who the hell are you?
I'm just a man making a stand for his country.
Perfect.
Good to see you.
All right. Isaac, it is an honor to be talking with you.
You know something? It's an honor for me to be talking to you. Seriously.
I have been a huge fan of yours for, I think, ever since Desert Kickboxer. That's when I was like 10, like 11 years old, and I saw that movie. And ever since then, I've watched like practically every single one of your movies. And so I'm really.
And you are an authority in your field. Absolutely. I'm also a big fan of you. So it's really a pleasure and an honor.
Awesome. And I got to tell you, Hounds of War is one of the best movies you've done in recent years because the story, not only was the story great, but you brought that style of action again that everyone's missed so much. And overall, great job on this one.
Thank you. I appreciate this. Thank you.
So my first question is, how did you get involved in directing this film?
I got a random phone call from my friend Frank Martini that produced Ninja Shadow of a Tear. Because Frank is also a lawyer, and he was the lawyer of that production company, and they just lost their director. So he called me and says, look, there is this script. I think it's right up your alley. I talked to the producers. Can you read the script? I told him, send me the script. I'll read it. I read the script. I really enjoyed it. And a few days later, I talked to the producer. And about a week later, I find myself in Malta. This was still almost during COVID. We had COVID restriction. We had to work with the masks and everything, you know. And during shooting, got COVID, I had to work, me and Erickson Core, the DP, we had to work from a tent away from everybody.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Anyway, that's how I got involved.
That's awesome. And this one, you got Frank Grillo in the lead role.
Yeah.
And, I think everyone's used to working with, like, you've worked with some big name actors before. Of course, you helped launch Scott Adkins, but you also worked with Dolph Lundgren in the past, all these other ones. What was it like working with Frank on this one?
Interesting, because he came with his own ideas. He saw the character in one way, the action on the other way. He's coming from, he's a martial artist training in jiu-jitsu. So we saw the character and the action in one way. But the thing is always is to collaborate, kind of to build it upon the character, so the action will be seamless with the character, and also will be some kind of a character development. So with the way that you want to be flashy or spectacular, so the audience will like it. And of course, you have the limitation of the time and the location that you have, because the location many times dictates the action.
Right, exactly. And the action in this is great. I mean, David Wall did such a great job on the fight choreography. And I know for a fact that you sometimes like to get involved with the fight scenes as well, because I've seen some photos of you behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And were you involved just as much in this one as your previous stuff?
It depends. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Not kind of. I think most action here was done by. I mean, it created David and Mike Moller that was there, and I mean it's a great team. They just did it. I mean, if I had to intervene, it was a small thing, you know. But you just look. I've worked with David already in Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Was one of my putties in Power Rangers. And Mike Moore I know for many years, you know. And Ross Clarkson, that there was the camera operator, he shot all, I mean, I've done 10 movies with him. And Erickson Core, that was the DP, it was really our first movie together, but we gelled really well, you know. He really liked it, he really enjoyed it, you know. So it was a pleasure. It was hard, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, and the one fight that really broke out for me was the big rumble with Mike and Eskender and Lee Charles. That fight like blew me away. My mouth kept dropping. I go, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. This fight looks and it's the classic Florentine style. It's like, everyone knows that you have this certain style when it comes to the fight scenes, and this one definitely brought that trademark style to it. And that's what I really liked about the film as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I enjoy shooting it. It was the very first fight scene that we shot it, I think, on the third day of the shoot or something, and it was like, yeah, it was a pleasure. Missing time, but it was a pleasure. Yeah,
How long was shooting on how long was shooting on this one? I know you mentioned the COVID thing in Malta, but how long did you take to shoot this one?
all the movie?
Yeah.
I think about 32 days or something like this. You really wanted 36, but I think I had 32. And about a week, 7 days. Me and Erickson, we were in a tent. Not exactly easy to communicate. Everybody is there, and
Yeah.
you are in a tent because he had COVID, I had COVID, and it's like you shoot remotely, especially the ballroom scene. It's like how you do one long shot when you cannot tell the extras, you move here, you move there. It's like
Yeah.
that was tough.
I can
Yeah,
imagine. But overall, I mean, this is a phenomenal movie. This is, like I said, it's probably one of the best films you've done in recent years. So, with that said, what can we expect next from you after this movie?
so I'm coming with another one called Hellfire that I shot after. It's like a contemporary kind of Western with Stephen Lang and Harvey Keitel. And Stephen Lang, though he was 70 when we shot the movie, did almost all of his shit by himself. He wanted to do a movie because he wanted to do a fight movie. So yeah, and I like the story, I like the characters, and it's exactly the opposite. It's a smaller movie, more contained, a little bit of elements from a Pale Rider into it, and but it's contemporary. And yeah, I enjoy doing it. Yeah,
Oh man, that's
absolutely.
awesome. I am definitely going to be looking out for that one because you and Stephen Lang together, that just one got me right
He's a
there. So,
great guy to work with, you know? Yes.
awesome. Hounds of War is coming September 20th. This is an action-packed thriller, excellent cast, and you got some fight scenes in the classic Florentine style. Isaac, it has been an honor to talk to you again, and I'm so glad that. And
Yeah, it's an honor for me. Honestly, Albert, thank you so much. Really, you are a leader and really a leader in your field, you know? Thank you so,
well, thank you so much,
so
and
much.
I
I
hope the
appreciate
film.
this.
I hope the film is a hit, and you stay awesome as always, Isaac.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, you take care.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure talking to you.
Same here, as always.